Hello everybody, it is Bubz. Welcome to my 34th week of pregnancy. Only 3 more weeks until I'm considered full term and only 7 more weeks until my due date. So according to my app, baby is now the size of a cantaloupe, measuring approximately 17.7 inches long from head to heel and weighs almost 5 pounds. We'll get through later, but like as of today, my current weight is actually now 57 kilograms now, so I'm only 3 kilograms behind him. I think I'm gonna surpass his weight, to be honest. So these few weeks I've been experiencing such a whirlwind of emotions. So let's start off with my doctor's appointment that I had in my 32nd week. So I just remember stepping through the door and then the doctor's eyes was like, it was like widened with fear, because like I don't think anybody expected my bump to be so big, especially for my size. And baby is just absorbing really well. He's just absorbing everything from me. Every time I see my private doctor, she does an ultrasound and she was measuring Isaac's head. And at 32 weeks gestational age, Isaac's head is the size of a 34-week fetus. She was like, whoa. And, you know, she was like, you know, looking at his body and everything was chunky. So, you know, estimations could be wrong, but she is pretty certain that Isaac is well over 5 pounds at 32 weeks. At 32 weeks, Isaac's supposed to be like 4. As parents, when you think, oh, my baby's like nice and chunky and healthy, you're happy, right? But then like 5 pounds 3 ounces is pretty terrifying, and she is pretty solid apparently when it comes to her estimations. She's rarely like, you know, off very much. So she's like, don't get too happy yet, because I'm a little concerned whether you're able to give birth naturally. It's such a big baby. I'm freaking out about giving birth to like, I don't know, like a baby that's the size of like a turkey you have for Christmas. Another thing is, because my upper body is so short, my baby doesn't have enough space to grow upwards. So what happens is he's growing outwards. And according to her, this is not very good. This is not the optimum thing you want if you want to give birth, so it makes it a little harder. And just in a nutshell, she gave an 80 to 90% chance that I'll need a cesarean. So I was really bummed out that day, because I always imagined myself giving birth like naturally, like pushing, and then after the pushing, I'd have a baby. It took a few days for me to accept that, okay, if I need a cesarean, I'll get a cesarean. And you guys are saying, Bubz, try to go natural first, and if you can't go natural, get the emergency C-section. But apparently that also has risks. And because I'm giving birth in a private hospital, that costs a lot more as well. Of course, money is not the factor in here. You know, what is most important is the baby being healthy. I'm more concerned about the risks. And another thing is in Hong Kong, especially in Hong Kong, private hospitals, they tend to push cesareans more because they need the beds. So that's my concern. That's why I'm seeing a doctor on Thursday that's not from a private hospital, just to get a little input from their perspective. One symptom that has really affected me emotionally is having something called symphysis pubis dysfunction. So SPD is actually pretty common. It happens in about 1 in 5 women. So unfortunately, I had more of the severe case of it. Like, I have a pretty high pain tolerance. The pelvic area in the joint, it's so loaded with pain receptors. The pain receptors have gotten the best of me. Okay, these are your 2 pelvic bones, right? And in between is a cartridge. Everything fits together well. It's not supposed to move very much, but during pregnancy, your body produces something called relaxin, and what happens is it loosens the joints. Now, it's very, very normal for it to loosen a little bit, but if it loosens too much, then it becomes unstable. So obviously, this is your pelvis, right? So it has impact on my legs. So, you know, as long as I need to use my legs, it just caused like such extreme pain, you know, standing up, walking, or if I'm sleeping and I'm changing sides, getting into a car, getting out of a car, you know, putting my panties on. It was just so painful. I spent nights just crying myself to bed because you know, it was just my way of just releasing out the tension. And I was like, how am I gonna deal with this for the next like 8 weeks? There's no way. I pretty much didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to stay home. And you know, when I was walking, I was like always walking slowly with a limp. I had my hands like against the wall, like holding anything to help support me. What really is annoying is, you know, in your third trimester, you need to pee a lot, right? So each time I have to get out the bed, it was just not nice. And then one night I felt so helpless and I asked you guys to pray for me just to ease the discomfort. And you know, as the days pass by, I wake up feeling better and better each day. At beginning, you know, it was still sore, but I felt like I had a better attitude towards it, you know. And now I really feel like, sure, it still hurts when I walk, but it's not like to a point where I feel like I'm limping. It's very interesting because it went from back pain into pelvic pain. I'm starting to get back pain again, but I don't mind because the back pain, if you were to put all my symptoms together, none of that even compares to having the SPD. I remember I used to go on about how my joints felt very like stiff around my pelvis. Not anymore, it just feels really loose. When I walk, I really do look like a penguin. I feel like I have a truckload of appetite. When I wake up, I'm like hungry right away, or I'm just like, I must eat, you know. I would just open a fridge, I'm like trying to see if there's anything. It's almost as if I go in a frenzy. I always want to have mango sago dessert. I love oranges, watermelon. Absolutely repulsed by the thought of carrots, broccoli, and most green vegetables, to be honest. Maybe I've been a tad edgy and emotional. I've kind of been like overreacting, like over like little things. Luckily, Tim's a smart guy and he just stays quiet and lets me have my moments. I really don't have any swelling at all, so I know I'm swelling if my rings fit me or not, and they actually still fit me. Supposedly the baby starts to slow down in movements. I feel like I'm getting the opposite. I feel like he just moves constantly all the time, and I feel like he's everywhere. I feel him on the left, I feel him on the right, I feel him really low, I feel him really high. Hey, this is my belly, and you can actually start to see stuff like this now. You know, you can see like the knee just going so it's kind of creepy, but I'm really glad he's active. And I got my hair cut not that long ago, and I feel like my fringes has already gotten really long. My hair is growing really fast. The nails they feel so strong. I feel like I'm like Wolverine. So this may be TMI for you guys and something I don't need to say, but you know, the pregnancy vlog. So, you know, ladies, this is what you will anticipate. I have been experiencing heavier discharge, so panty liners come in handy. So now it's time to show you guys my baby bump. This is Isaac at 34 weeks. Then front feels very heavy. Sometimes I just want to lift my belly when I go to the toilet. It's actually hard to believe that I still have like weeks, like a month and a half to go. I don't even know I am supporting this massive belly. It's just huge. We have reached the end of the pregnancy vlog once again. So thank you guys for chilling with me and just joining me on this journey. And I shall see you in the next pregnancy vlog. I think we only have maybe 1 or 2 to go max. So take care guys, bye! I'm pretty sure I can eat cereal off my belly as well.